I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Can y'all hear me? Oh my goodness. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. Woo! It is a heat wave going on here, and so I am trying my best to stay hydrated, child. What is up, everybody? It is nice to see y'all. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure that you drop your city, your state, your country, your island, your territory into the chat so that I can give you a shout out and say hello to everybody. Okay, so come on in. I see you, SD Warren. Shirley, what's up? What's up, Veronica? Veronica is a member, so thank you, Veronica, for holding it down over here. I appreciate you, and I see you comment all the time in the back room, so thank you so much. We have Linda Gamble in the house. What's up, Linda Gamble? Anybody that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, they are volunteering their time here in the chat to make sure that y'all have a good time. So just, keep it cute. Everything is good. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind differing opinions. I just don't want y'all to go after each other or me, okay? Same for Lady D Keys, also a wrench holder. Thank you so much for coming through. Let's see, just listening. I see Bear, Delaware. Hazelhurst, what's up? Seattle, Washington, Connecticut. What's up? Pensacola. Northern Cali, what's up? I told y'all my dad is from Cali. Well, actually, that's not. He lived the majority of his life, like childhood growing up in Cali. He was born in Texas, though, like Linda. Like Linda. What's up, Louisiana? Trying to get my facts straight in case somebody, looking my information up, child. You never know. What's up, Alabama? What's up, Florida? How you doing, Carmen? California connection. That's right. What's up, Canada? It's so nice to have all of y'all here. Make sure that you hit the like button. Also, if you're not a subscriber, become one. All you have to do is hit that button to share the video. Make sure your notification bells are on, y'all. Okay? And follow me on all of my platforms because I'm doing something real fun on my Facebook page, IG page, Twitter page. What else? Even the Tickety Talk, which is, it's being threatened to be removed yet again. I think we got maybe 9 days left on the app. So, yeah, make sure y'all are checking me out over there. Let's see. Metro Detroit, Dallas, San Francisco, STL. My STL friend, Miss Gloria. Look, Gloria, do you remember the song? Do you remember hearing the song, Gloria, my Gloria? I can't sing it, but he had a high voice. My Gloria, things ain't been the same. That is what I think of every time I hear you, see your name up here. I think of My Gloria. I used to play that song when I was a kid all the time. What is up, Miss Cookie? Nice to have you. Cookie is also a wrench holder, longtime supporter. I cannot stress enough how much I appreciate y'all, okay? Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, y'all, listen, I'm not going to keep y'all forever. I'm going to go through these hot topics. Make sure y'all take the poll at the top of the chat, okay? Let's see. Is that Tomball, Texas? I've never heard of Tomball, but thank you, Pamela. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You said, hey, sis, what's up? What's up? Washington, D.C. You left my backdrop. Yep. So I'm trying to give y'all spring. We had the first day of spring. So let's usher the spring weather in, considering everything else is a hot ass mess. Okay. What's up, Nevada? Nice to have you. Miss Tina's in the house. I saw Miss Tina. Let me see. Let me give her a shout out. Did I pass you by? Miss Tina, welcome. Appreciate you for coming through. Hit the like button as you enter. Thank you for the moderators there giving y'all really good instructions. Hit the like button, share the video, okay? There is some crazy mess that's going on, and I seem to be, there's a lot of things going on. I'll just say that. Whoever is in charge of puppeteering some of the followers, they're doing something, but we ain't gonna play into that shit. I need everybody to hit the like button. You are more than welcome to follow me, child. I don't know what's going on or why people are so insecure about stuff, but I have never done any harm to anybody's channel, so I'm not sure why people are playing games with mine. But hit my like button, please, and thank you. And we are going to get moving on the stories today. Okay, first off, I want to share with y'all my rock and roll tee. I'm wearing Tupac. This is Tupac with the nose ring. Okay, shout out to Sheree. Is it the 90s? Absolutely. It's the 90s. Okay, this Tupac with the nose ring, I could not, I had to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come on in. But y'all saw my artwork. Let me put it back up here. We are talking about Martell and some shit that he had to say to Melody. He thought he was slick. We are also talking about Charles Oakley from RHOA. He is a part of the newbie squad that just came in for season 16. And then we have, let me get his name right because I don't want to mess this up, child. It's Steven. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. His name is Mike Jeffries, okay, just to make sure we got everybody's name up where it's supposed to be. Thank you, Miss Linda. Please follow the chat's instructions. Keep hitting that like button, please, and thank you. Okay, while we get into this first story up. Now listen, I did have Charles Oakley. Let me put my face back on screen. Did y'all take the poll? Did you take the poll? Because there was a couple that I told y'all, I said they need to stay out of the chat and off of YouTube. Don't come over here because y'all are going to get roasted. Okay. In particular, Angela and Charles. Okay. And damn it, if Angela did get into the chat. So I'm going to tell y'all what happened. Okay. Come on in. Welcome, Chicago. Nice to have y'all. That's one of my favorite cities ever. So listen, let me put this up. This is coming by way of, hold on. This is coming by way of Mr. Housewives. So everybody is talking about Angela Oakley's husband possibly, why can't I get my thing up? Possibly fathering a child outside of his marriage. In what year? 2017. What year did when she talked about that incident on the show? If you guys have been watching or listened to my review, Angela Oakley, I think last episode gave us an incredible story about her and Charles separating, living in different houses, after an incident that happened at Madison Square Gardens, where he was ejected as a patron of the game. Okay, he came to sit in the bleachers like the rest of us. He wasn't on the floor, and he was as old as he is now. Okay, he's back there sitting. He gets into an argument, like a little shouting match, with the owner, and they ended up throwing him out. Right. Long story short, she told everybody that the reason why they broke up is because he was so hurt, his ego was so bruised that they couldn't get through it. She was like, I tried to help him heal. I couldn't do it. So I ended up leaving, getting therapy. They ended up, finding their way back to each other. But she blamed it on Madison Square Garden. However, there was somebody on Tickety Talk who did the math and said, baby girl, you showed us your family tree. You pointed out a child that belonged only to your husband, and his name was Charles Jr., and he appeared to have been younger than the other children. So when they started doing the math, they said, listen, that is an outside child. She also has a child from another relationship. Okay. Yeah. So definitely has a big ego. So it looks like Angela was trying to cover that up. Now, let me tell y'all also who confirmed this. Hold on. This is a TikToker. I'm going to move past her. But check this out. Even though I cannot play the audio, if y'all would like to hear it, y'all can listen to it on my IG stories. This happens to be Wendy Williams, who is telling her good Judy that while she was at the game, a woman walked up to her, Charles Oakley's wife, and whispered in her ear, having a child isn't a deal breaker. Wendy looks at her like, bitch, you crazy? She pulls back like, what do you mean? It didn't happen to you? And then she said, the lady said to her, yes, it did happen to me. So Angela, girl, you done got caught in a lie. You forgot you was on Hot Topics with Wendy Williams. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Well, come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. My friend, my snarky friend, as I like to call him, Kevin Reynolds, he said, I knew that 2017 story was about an outside baby. Little known fact. She confirmed it with Wendy Williams, baby. Yes, she did. So that is what I was here to tell y'all. She confirmed it with Wendy Williams, or Wendy Williams told that secret. Now, I don't know if she wanted Wendy to keep it a secret, but Wendy said, bitch, I work on TV. My job is to tell the secrets. And she told all of that juice, okay? So just an FYI, this is what we're looking at in this upcoming season. And also a heads up, y'all. Let me show y'all this, because I said that she got into the comments. Angela got into the comments after I said stay out. Now, this young lady's IG page is called reality_recap. She's excellent. I love what she has going on over there. She also reported on this story last night about Angela and Charles having an outside child. And baby, I don't know if you can see it, but Angela hopped right into them comments to discuss, okay? And she said, sis, your T is wrong. And if you did simple research, you could find his son's true age. Lie is much more entertaining than the truth. So Angela is already going to bat in the comment section, apparently in the DMs too. Reality Recap said that she has also been DM'd about this. So right now, this is the hottest tea over there on RHOP. What's up? Review Our E-Podcast. Listen, with E-Podcast, she has a YouTube channel, so I hope that you are all following her over there. Excellent content creator, okay? So yes, what do y'all think about that in the comments? Let me see if you guys guessed right when I was asking who needed to stay out the comment section, because I knew that she was going to get like completely jumped on about that relationship that we are all laughing at. Let's see. 38% of you said Britt Edie. Britt Edie wins, but it was actually Angela Oakley who came in second at 33%, and then Shamia Morton came in third at 21%, okay? So look, just to keep us honest, let me put that screen up so you can see it. Make it a part of the live, okay? Here you go. So y'all can see it right there on the right-hand side. Okay, you said you guessed Brit. Yes. Miss Elephant said she didn't vote. It's okay. Listen, you got the answer now. Miss Angela Oakley is going to have one of the hardest times on RHOA if she does not keep herself out of the comments. Number one, you underestimate social media. Social media will tear your ass alive, child. You came on this TV show. You are feeding this story. And if it doesn't sound true, especially when there's so much history that's been out there. Someone's going to remember. Just FYI, by the way, okay? The other thing I wanted to do is give y'all a synopsis about, let's see. Hey, Diana, chat, working hard. I knew it was Angela. Yes, ma'am. The other thing I wanted to say about Angela is in this upcoming episode on Sunday, she's going to give us a little more history about Charles's relationship with her family, and that's not good either. This lady has a lot of contention, a lot of stuff going on, it seems. Now, I'm not trying to break up anybody's relationship. I hope they stay together forever. We're just talking about it because you brought it to the platform, baby. So that's it. All right. Moving on. Y'all can talk to me in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. We'll get to this next story. Hold on, because I have little posts everywhere, unfortunately. The next story I am sharing here. Okay. So, do y'all recognize that lady? Put it in the chat if you recognize this lady on the screen. Come on in, everyone. 436 of you are here. Welcome. Nice to see y'all. I would love for y'all to hit the like button. And right now, I need y'all to share whose face is that on the screen. Okay. Mama E, as in Evelyn Braxton. Does she look different? Does she look different? Does she look refreshed? This is not a filter. Mama E, who is 77 years old, then got herself nipped and tucked. And when I tell you she looks younger than, damn it, her youngest daughter, look at her face. Mama E is not playing with anybody. Look, I don't know who did the work, baby, but they did a fine ass job. Hold on. Look at her neck. She was on the Sherry Shepherd show yesterday, and this lady was on the show without a filter, okay? This is taped live. Look at her skin, look at her face, look at her neck. This is how you do a facelift, okay? Look. Neck is straight. Baby, I was like, oh my God, kudos to Mama Evelyn. Yeah, she should be a walking billboard for whoever did her surgery. They need to make sure they put her on something, okay? Because I was like, the way these ladies be coming out with their faces injected, and look, let that shit go down, let it heal. Sometimes people come out and they're still way too puffy. They're not walking right because they didn't got them butt injections, so they move funny. Go on ahead and just stay home and heal. Don't get on camera until you're done. Mama Braxton came out when she was done. Look at that. Look, you said she got a nose job. Did she really? I didn't notice the nose job, but you could be right. That appears to be the same nose to me. But everything else, she is lift, tucked, nipped, tucked, the whole nine. So kudos to her. I just wanted to show y'all. She said nobody was going to catch her slipping, and she ain't lying. She said, nobody going to catch me slipping. She stood up there posing and smiling and looking cute. I was like, damn, baby, I got to make an appointment. I got to make an appointment. Mama E out here looking younger than all of us, okay? All right, listen, I thought that was just cute. I just wanted to point that out. If y'all get an opportunity to look at some of the clips from the Sherry Shepherd show, it aired yesterday. Mama E revealed her new face. Y'all know that there's a new season of the Braxtons coming out, and all I have to say is kudos. Kudos. I have not seen it done better. Okay. She looks amazing. Let's see. She looks damn good. Looking like her and Nene went to the same person. Tamar, not so much. Yeah, Tamar Tamar looked herself, but when she was sitting beside her mama, I said, "Ooh, Tamar, go on, ask your mama for the details, child." Very beautiful, absolutely. Okay, y'all, let's get to the next story. This is a blind item. Y'all remember my blind items? We're doing another one. This time, let me put up the details for you. Well, I might have put up the details and still gave y'all the answer. So anyway, I'm going to read through it anyway. You said Miss Braxton favors Nia Long. She didn't get a nose job. Unfortunately, most of them have my cousin's Michael Jackson nose. Yeah, I thought her nose looked the same, but a lot of people, you know, we see things differently sometimes. Okay, look. Let's do a blind item, okay? Here's the details that y'all need to know. This is a reality TV personality who has an amazing resume, okay? Has done a little bit of everything in a big way. So let's read it. Let's go through it and then y'all can guess it in the chat. She was the global chief marketing officer at Netflix for some time. She was the chief brand officer at Uber. She was the CMO, that's marketing officer of Endeavor. She also was the head of marketing at Apple Music and iTunes. This was the time of Dre's Beats. She did Pepsi Cola. She was the head of music and entertainment marketing there. She also did Spike DDB and Ashley Stewart. She worked for them. And then she has awards and recognitions from all over the world's most influential CMO. That was her title, named by Forbes, the most influential, okay? And some of y'all already have it. So look, I'm gonna play this anyway. But yes, y'all guessed it. It is Boz from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So check it out. Check it out. This is Boz from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Her first debut season was last season. And if you guys have not been paying attention, Garcelle, who was the first Black woman to ever grace Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she retired on stage at the reunion the other day, right? Boz, there's been a few other women who's come on. I think Will Smith's ex-wife, Sheree, is that her name? Cherie. Boz has also been on here. If y'all watched last season, there was a lot of people who did not like Boz, okay? They thought that she was they expected her to have a little more Black girl camaraderie, a little more Black girl magic with Garcelle, and she didn't do that. She ended up picking Dorit, who, I've said this before, Dorit is the queen of microaggressions. In fact, that entire cast is, but for whatever reason, they took a liking to Boz, some of them, because they wanted, you know, to have that token so they could go against Garcelle, because Garcelle checks them where they are. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Garcelle has recently quit, and Boz is going to be the last woman standing over there on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know if you guys are going to watch, but I am. I want to see if this lady's resume matches what's about to happen to her, because in order to move up through them ranks, you got to know how to play the game, okay? You got to know how to play the game. And she already was siding. She was already siding with Dorit and all of them, right? You said you're glad Garcelle got away from this mess. Well, I want to see how she plays it, because them ladies are not going to change their stripes for you. We all know that. We all know that, okay? And this lady has a long history, so I cannot wait to see what she brings to the table as the one and only, assuming that Bravo doesn't cast a new person. What do y'all have to say about this? Have y'all been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Boz is an interesting character. I know that everybody likes her. Boz is very, very interesting. Those wigs are a hot ass mess. She loves to pin things up and show all of that lace, but colored lace at that. But yeah, I just wanted y'all to know we talk a lot. There's a lot of conversations that's had, I should say. Boz is going to catch Hill next season for sure. She's catching Hill right now in the comment section. There's a lot of people saying to her, if y'all missed it, watch what happens live. Andy Cohen had her and Erica on as guests, and he asked them how they felt about Garcelle leaving the show or, resigning from the show. And when I tell you that Boz was stepping fetch it with Erica, who we can all expect to just be nasty because that's just her personality. She's staying true to her. Boz, on the other hand, she kind of did this step and fetch it thing with Erica. And a lot of people are calling her out on it, saying out of all the people, you should have watched your mouth, because if it wasn't for Garcelle, there would be no you, heifer. So a lot of people were telling her off about herself, and then she ended up writing a goodbye on social media to Garcelle. So I don't know if y'all had an opportunity to see it, but yes, let me see. She's making a mistake with Dorit. Her wigs are atrocious. Facts. Her wigs are atrocious. I said the same thing. Sometimes I watch like this. I have to watch the show with my hands over my damn eyes, baby. A woman who has that type of money and all of that clout should have a better wig. That's all I'm going to say. Get some real braids. Get a better wig, okay? Liz said that she started out this season liking Boz, but as soon as she became buddy-buddy with Dorit, and not really giving the other ladies a chance, you change your opinion. I don't like how she treated Garcelle. Yep, a lot of us have the same opinion about that. So that's why I'm interested in seeing what happens next. Because you know what? As they always do, them tables will turn on you in a heartbeat, y'all. So yeah, we shall see what happens next. But right now, she wanted to be the top dog. She got it. She got it. She's a top dog, okay? So let's move on. I'm going to get the next story up. When y'all keep talking to me in the comments, and I'll get this next story up. Okay. Thank you, Lady D Keys. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. It's free. Miss Tina says she is not a fan of Boz. I understand, child. Boz is definitely, she picked a side immediately because she wanted to be a part of, the mess. And she's going to get what she asked for. So we shall see. She's a marketing genius, though. So if y'all want to see a marketing genius at work, we're going to see what happens next on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This may be the first time in history, and she is far more decorated than any one of those ladies on the show. Just again, showing you that when Black women come onto these spaces, they always have a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So come on in. They always have a lot more, and they're still going to have even more to prove, okay? Not just by the white audience, but by Black audiences as well. She can be friends with whoever. I think y'all wanted her to be friends with Garcelle. You're right, Elaine. She can be friends with whoever she wants. The expectation was for there to be a little more camaraderie between her and Garcelle for sure. People wanted to see Black girl magic on a show that doesn't have any, you know what I'm saying, outside of Garcelle. But again, because we know the history with the microaggressions and things like that, we didn't expect that coming from Boz right away. Boz is money, clout, status, or not. These ladies will come for you. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's get to this next story real quick. Okay. Hold on. All right. Can y'all see it? It's up. Good. Okay. We're going to talk about P. Diddy real quick. Y'all, P. Diddy actually had a little bit of a win with the Little Rod case and the RICOs that were filed against him. According to, this is coming from the Shade Room, from the Shade Room. But they said that a New York judge has partially granted and partially denied a motion in the case against Diddy, dismissing 5 of 9 claims brought against the music producer by Little Rod Jones. Now, y'all know Little Rod Jones is the one who basically threw all of the celebrity names in, from Chris Brown to Stevie J to who else was in it? Meek Mill. He put a whole bunch of people into his court filing. But they're saying that a couple has been thrown out, and they're saying the court dismissed several claims, including RICO, negligent and intentional infliction of emotional distress, and a breach of contract, as well as the T word, TRAF. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Can't say it here. Victims. Okay. So they said that that is not allowed in his case. Then the judge also warned Little Rod's attorney, and his name is Tyrone Blackburn. He has a controversial history in New York. I think his lawyer's license has been on the chopping block once or twice, allegedly. But the judge also warned him, saying, listen, if he continues to bring inaccurate legal statements and accusations, personal attacks, and other things, that he will be sanctioned and disciplinary actions will be administered. So he's again being threatened in this case. So what do y'all think about that? Is this a win for Diddy? How do y'all feel? Is there anyone in the chat that's actually going hard for Diddy, that want to see him get out of this? Put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to see Diddy make it out of this. Put a 3 in the chat if you think that it's a long time coming and you are okay with whatever the trial decides. 1, you would like to see Diddy make it out. 3, you're okay with him just going to trial, and whatever the verdict is there, you'll be okay with it. Cookie said 3. There's a lot of people who's saying 3, that you're okay with the trial. Okay. Well, y'all, he did have a mock jury the other day. And you can check that out here on the Jasmine brand. The mock jury found him guilty. So typically they will run a mock jury just to see if the defense has a argument that people can believe, and apparently not. Apparently not. So a lot of 3s, and this is what's going on right now. Diddy found guilty by mock jury ahead of federal trial. I'll read this to you guys. This is coming by way of TMZ and the Jasmine brand. They're basically saying that Diddy is going to face an uphill battle when his federal trial begins in May, which is not that long from now. Okay. We are in March, so he got a little less than a month to go, or a little over a month to go. TMZ staged a mock courtroom trial for Tubi documentary. Oh, this is where this is coming from. And they had a panel of jurors that found the rapper guilty of coercion and racketeering. I don't know if this would make a difference. It might make a difference to his lawyers, though. They said that the juror heard the evidence from the prosecutors and the defense, deliberating on whether Diddy should be convicted on charges that he's currently facing. And yeah, the 12 mock jurors intensely debated whether the prosecutors could prove that Diddy profited from the alleged racketeering activities and whether or not all of those relationships were actually consensual. On the end of it, all 12 jurors said he's guilty. And his trial, Diddy's trial, is scheduled to begin on the 12th of May. So he ain't got that long at all. And everybody in the chat then pushed a 3, child. Everybody said we are not supporting. So there could be people supporting silently that just didn't want to put a number into the chat. Latrice said, as long as it's fair. Okay. She said 3, as long as it's fair. Understood. All right. So I just wanted y'all to see that little bit of information. I'm going to get y'all the next story up. This also has a little bit to do with Diddy. So do y'all remember? Y'all remember TD Jakes back in November? He had an incident on stage when he was preaching in the pulpit, where he sits down and then his head drops. He's still holding his microphone, but everything just kind of slowly dies down, right? Then people ran up on stage and pulled him off. Well, he came out yesterday and he admitted that he had a massive heart attack. Okay. He said, I had a massive heart attack. I had no idea that he was, he said that he didn't have any warning signs, basically. He said, I wasn't warned. I had no idea that this was happening to me. Either way, now he is back and he has the fighter spirit. And in case you did not know, TD Jakes wants people to keep his name out of their mouths when it comes to P. Diddy. He said that he is going after people legally, starting with Google and with YouTube. They have a lot of lawsuits coming up, but he said basically that he wants his shmoney. He said he's tired of people putting that information out there. I don't know if any other bloggers will be impacted, but definitely the AI channels. They have already subpoenaed YouTube and Google for the names of the people who behind the channel. So y'all hear those AI channels every once in a while, has like an automated like computer voice. Sometimes they will take pictures of us, of content creators that show our faces. I saw Kim Pyre on one, and they will put words in our mouth. Okay. So just so y'all know, those automated channels, make sure you listen to them with a grain of salt because they're not always truthful. But either way, we'll see how far it can go, because TD Jakes said that he has the biggest part of the heel of his foot on YouTube and Google's neck. Okay. And he said he is not taking his foot off the gas. Just so you know. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's lost a little weight, but not that much, baby. So just so you guys are aware, he's there to do damage. We shall see what happens next. Okay. Let's see. AI is dangerous. Yeah, this is going to be some interesting stuff, y'all, with the AI stuff, especially with YouTube. We as content creators, we can opt out of AI so that, our channel doesn't take certain things and push it out there. But I don't know. This AI stuff is a little scary. Some people said you were at those Diddy parties. Well, allegedly, okay? Say allegedly, because TD Jakes is coming after everybody, okay? Everybody can get it. All right, so we are moving on. Let's move on to the next. Let me put my next screen up. Listen, I did a poll the other day on all of my platforms because I wanted to see how up on it you were with some of the Melody, Martell, anything Love and Marriage Huntsville, because I have been able to go back and I'm actually going to start doing some panels with other content creators. I've already talked about it. And they are going to come over and we're going to give y'all a show. Okay. But I have been going back and looking at some of the stuff that we may have missed because we were so emotionally involved with Martell, Melody, and the whole bunch, the Scotts, that we might have missed some pieces, which is why I said Martell wanted nothing to do with Melody financially. And I know I missed it. There might have been a blogger out there who caught it, but I missed it. And so did some of y'all. So did some of y'all, because when I gave y'all the poll, this is what y'all had to say. Hold on, let me put it back up. Screen share. Here we go. Okay, can y'all see that? Hopefully you can see it. So here's the quiz question. Martell literally says the words in the scene where Melody says dissolve. In the scene where Melody says dissolve, dissolved, right? Dissolve. And then Martell has the audacity to ask for 50% of Melody's skincare company, right? But when they come in to sit down, she has her computer screen right in front of her. She asked him if it's okay for her to tape the conversation. And he is just as cocky as all get out. He's like, yeah, you're like, you ain't got to ask me. This is Alabama. Okay. He's feeling himself. This is Alabama. You ain't got to ask me that. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? And then she says, well, how about the businesses? How would you like to handle all of the businesses? This is when this man actually says the words. Hold on, let me put it up here, child. Let me make it big so you don't miss the words. This is a quote. I don't want anything else to do with any of the companies that we share together. That was an exact quote from Martell. And 49% of y'all got it right. 47% of y'all said Melody was the one who said it. 3% of y'all said it was Marceau, and 1% said it was Tisha who said it. Okay. So I was like, look, I know I missed it, and I just wanted to see what y'all thought about it too. This is how cocky he was about everything. He didn't want any parts with Melody, right? Except for the skincare business. And his reason for that was whatever Melody wanted to do, he supported financially. That's what he says in the scene. Yes, man. He said that came back to bite him on the backside. For sure. He says it in the scene. I supported everything you did financially. Like, he never told her no. Melody's rolling her eyes like, nigga, please. Okay. I don't give two shits what you got going on. And then the thing that seemed to hurt her the most is when he did, because she was willing to give him 15%. You can have 15% of the skincare company. Yes, we did build this business together, or this was a business that was built while you and I were married. So she was willing to give him 15%. And then when he asked for 50, that's when she tears up and she said, no, dissolve, right? Dissolve. Now we are going to talk about this and much more, including the split of the 50 acres and all of that. But I have to get my panelists together. I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to see the video over on Who News page. It's pretty funny. Go check her out. But Who Knew will definitely be one of my panelists. She said she agreed to it. And hopefully I could probably get all of the ladies that were on Who News panel. So y'all stick around. I'm hoping to do this within the next couple of days. Okay. Let me see what y'all got to say. He knew he was going to file for bankruptcy. Yes. So we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about in hindsight. Okay. We're going to talk about all the stuff that we know now and, tie up some of those loose ends. Okay. She looks good. You're talking about Mama E. He said, I treated you, and he stopped. Then he said, let's talk about you're talking about, so what happened? Martell said, I always treated you, and she squinted and went, yeah, let's talk about the treatment. And then he chokes and goes, well, I gave you. That shit was funny too. Yes, we're going to do all of that. Listen, those were some fine moments. We're going to go back and revisit. Okay. Hold on. I want to make sure I get everything y'all had to say. So yes, I actually have that video up on my IG stories right now. It's also a part of my IG post, so y'all can check it out. Make sure y'all follow me on everything. That way y'all can be completely caught up when we do these panels, because a lot of what we're going to be pulling from is these videos and posts that I have on my other social media. Okay, so that we can all be a part of the discussion. Mel said, do you mind if I record this meeting? And he just didn't want anything to do with the companies they share together. That's right, Leslie. You said it. You said it. Okay. Listen, I am loving this. Whew. Let's see. You were on Who Knew. Okay, you really enjoyed it. Good, good. But listen, that is it. That is today's video. Make sure you're following me on everything. I'm putting up these quizzes. As soon as I get this panel together, I will be advertising it on all platforms. I want y'all to be a part of the conversation, okay? And hopefully this can roll into something even bigger, but I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, okay? Hit that like button. Thank you to all of my moderators. Hit the like button for me. Bye. Bye, Pacino. Bye, everybody. Catch you on the next one.